The following feature is presented with on-screen captions and open described video for the enjoyment of all. Video opens with the host standing on a sheet of ice at the Vancouver Curling Club, broom in hand.
Hello, I'm Corey Stuvey. Today we are at the Vancouver Curling Club where, in the arena portion of this facility, Kevin Martin and his rink won a gold medal for Canada at the 2010 Winter Olympics. At that same event, Cheryl Bernard's women's rink won a silver. And at the Paralympics, Jim Armstrong's rink won gold in wheelchair curling in this same building. Great history, great memories.
Silhouettes of male, female, and wheelchair curlers appear in front of a large Canadian flag when referenced. A shot of a Vancouver 2010 banner follows.
But today we're here to focus on a group of athletes who call this rink home and curl here weekly. They are members of the Vancouver Blind Curling Club, a club made up primarily of individuals who have no or low vision.
Host gets into hack and delivers stone at end of intro.
Now you may be wondering why anyone with limited or no vision would want to step out onto a sheet of ice in a cold rink in the middle of a Canadian winter and throw a 40-pound rock made of granite down the ice. Well, let's find out together.
Logo appears, Council of Canadians with Disabilities, tagline, a voice of our own. The word presents appears. The title dissolves and a picture of a red curling rock slides in from the left. The word curling slides in from the right to align back to back. The word blind appears in white letters over top of the rock to form the feature title, Blind Curling in the center. Title dissolves and a photo of the CVICC event banner is displayed, followed by photos of both rinks. The BC team silver winners and Alberta team gold winners appear.
Welcome back. Recently, a team from the Vancouver Blind Curling Club participated in the gold medal game at the Canadian Vision Impaired Curling Championship held in Edmonton. The event was hosted by the Canadian Council of the Blind. Their opponents on that day, and the eventual gold medal champions, were from the Edmonton Blind Curling Club, who curl out of the Granite Curling Club in the Alberta capital, a club that we also had the privilege of visiting in this feature.
Video transitions to Granite Curling Club logo, followed by a display of curling rocks on the ice, then to wide shots of ice surface at rink.
Let's discover what blind curling is all about as we talk to members from both rinks. But first, let's learn more about the history of the sport in Western Canada.
Transition to wide shot of Corey sitting at a table interviewing Roger.
Roger Morin, who curled third on the national champion Edmonton rink, was there when it all began over 50 years ago in a small town outside of Edmonton, Calmar, Alberta.
Head and shoulders shot of Roger.
Yeah, it all started off, I think it was 1971. A fellow that worked at the CNIB office was a Lion member. So he was quite involved with the Calmar Lions. So he got them to hold a fun day one Sunday afternoon. I think it was 1971, I believe. We went out there and just threw some rocks and chit-chatted and visited after, and they had a luncheon for us. And one of the Lions members there was formerly from Saskatchewan, and he said, I heard that there's curling in Saskatchewan, blind curling in Saskatchewan. Maybe we should get together. The Lions, Calmar Lions, invited a team from Saskatoon and a team from Regina to come to Calmar, and we put two teams in, and we had just a one-day fun day with them, and that's really how the Western evolved from that.
Photo of Welcome to Calmar sign appears, followed by a picture of the old Calmar Curling Club. Transition to a picture of an old radio. Actual audio from a 1972 radio reporter's perspective.
Saturday, February 9th and 10th, Calmar hosts the second Western Bonspiel for the Blind, an event which started last year and is the only one of its kind in the world. Friday night saw the arrival of 4 rinks and many guests by chartered bus from Saskatoon and Regina. Saturday, the guests from Edmonton and Calgary arrived, and a series of mystifying and beautiful events took place before my very eyes. The blind came only asking for an opportunity to show that they could curl and enjoy themselves as much as anyone else. The Calmar Lions Club set out to make it as enjoyable as possible. many of the curlers were billeted in pairs by the local Calmar residents. The hospitality extended by Calmar was something that only a small town could possibly extend, yet one was left with the feeling that only Calmar could do it as well.
Back to Roger.
And then eventually Manitoba joined in, and then the last one to join in, then BC joined in shortly after. So we had a full Western there.
So it started out more as a fun event and escalated.
Yes, it was just a fun thing against the Lions members in Calmar, and that's how it got started. And they thought, oh, hey, we should take this a little further.
The video transitions to various shots of the curlers on the ice demonstrating modifications as they are presented. Titles appear as the first 4 modifications are featured.
Before we chat with several of the other curlers, let's explore some of the minor modifications to the game that are a part of blind curling. A vision-impaired curling team is made up of 4 curlers. At least one of the 4 must be totally blind or have only light perception. This individual traditionally plays lead, but is not obligated to do so. The other 3 curlers must be legally blind or have less than 20/200 vision. Along with the other 4 curlers, each team has a designated sweeper, whose only task is to sweep in place of the totally blind participant's inability to do so, and in no way is involved in calling the game. A coach guide is also permitted on the ice to assist with lack of vision related things. Beyond that, there is no variance to the game and or its rules.
The Alberta coach holds the broom at the near hog line for a curler.
The placement of the broom, typically held at the opposite end of the ice, can be modified to accommodate the vision level of the curler. For example, a curler with low vision might request the broom to be held at the first hog line.
Video of a light attached to a broom.
A light attached to a broom or on its own can be used in support of the curler releasing the stone where requested.
Alberta lead uses audio cues to deliver rock.
The totally blind curler might rely on audio cues to release the stone where requested. Now let's meet several of the curlers.
Transition to a female curler in the hack at the Vancouver Curling Club. Title with name appears.
Monica Nelson is the lead for the rink from the Vancouver Blind Curling Club representing the province of British Columbia.
Wide shot of Corey interviewing Monica in the upstairs lounge at the VCC. The ice surface below and other curlers on the ice can be seen through the glass behind Monica, as well as the other BC curlers interviewed throughout this feature. The scene switches to a head and shoulders shot of Monica as she speaks.
I have what's called RP, retinitis pigmentosa. I was diagnosed in my late 20s, and RP is a gradual loss of vision. So when I was raising a family, when my kids were little, I could still read large print, but now for the last probably 15 or 20 years, I have had no usable, like I can't see anything right now, so.
How long have you been curling with the group?
10 years, yeah.
Video of Monica walking down the ice and getting into the hack.
So when you started with this group, were you a little apprehensive about going out onto the ice with no vision and such?
I don't think so. As far as I know, curling is a fairly safe sport, so I wasn't apprehensive about going on the ice. I knew I wasn't going to be doing any sweeping, so basically just walking on and throwing the stone and then walking back.
Transition to a shot of a female curler in the hack at the Granite Curling Club. Title with name appears.
Lori Heisert plays lead for Team Alberta.
Wide shot of Corey interviewing Lori behind the glass at the Granite Curling Club. The ice surface and other curlers on the ice can be seen through the glass behind Lori, as well as the other Alberta curlers interviewed throughout this feature. The scene switches to a head and shoulders shot of Lori as she speaks.
I had partial vision until my early teens and then lost it gradually. So from about 16 on, I've been a totally blind individual.
How long have you been curling with this group?
A long time. Probably about, I started curling in Edmonton in '77.
Did you do any curling before you lost your sight?
I curled 1 year in Calgary, not a full year, just 4 of us got together and pretended we would curl.
Lori on the ice and releasing a stone.
Were you a little apprehensive about coming out to curl with no vision?
No, not really. It was what all my friends were doing. It seemed like a fun thing to do. I was from Calgary originally, so I played broom ball on Saturdays. Edmonton played curling on Saturdays, and we challenged each other. They came down to Calgary to play broom ball, and we came up to Edmonton to curl. And that's how it started.
Transition to shot of male curler in the hack at VCC sliding out and releasing a stone. Title with name appears.
Henry Viss throws second stones as a member of the Vancouver Blind Curling Club rink.
Wide shot of Corey interviewing Henry. Cut to a head and shoulders shot of Henry as he speaks.
I was driving a city transit bus for my career at the time, went for a routine eye exam and then was suggested I see specialists. And that was about 11 years ago now, and I was told that I shouldn't be driving. So my vision is no name. It's generic, I guess. Nobody's heard of it, seen of it, but I've lost my central vision, and that's deteriorated significantly over the last, say, 3 or 4 or 5 years. So the eye condition has no name, but I have peripheral vision.
Transition to shot of male curler in the hack at the Granite sliding out to release a stone. Title with name appears.
Steve Vandereems is Team Alberta's second.
Wide shot of Corey interviewing Steve. Cut to a head and shoulders shot of Steve as he speaks.
For most of my life, I guess I had fairly normal vision. I had some blind spots in my vision, but other than that, it was pretty good. Probably about 15 years ago, it drastically got worse to the point where I now have very limited peripheral vision and my central vision is a lot worse.
Steve in the house calling line as a team member's shot arrives.
I had good enough vision I was able to drive for about 10 years and then it started losing a little bit of my peripheral at that point. But then the rest of my vision got worse probably about 15 years ago. So.
How long have you been curling with the group?
This is my second year with this group.
Transition to shot of male curler in the hack at the VCC. Title with name appears.
Now let's meet the skips. Fraser Hiltz heads up the British Columbia crew.
Wide shot of Corey interviewing Fraser. Cut to a head and shoulders shot of Fraser as he speaks.
I have XY cone dystrophy. They call it early onset or juvenile. I like juvenile. It hit me about mid-30s. I was in a very visual space prior to that, and I thought my world had ended. It was devastating. It's a very slow progression, loss of sight, and one of the biggest things, Corey, was having to give up the privilege of being able to drive. I remember that, May 30th, 1990. Parked my little Mazda truck in the driveway and have never driven since.
How long have you been curling with this group?
This group, 10 years. I moved out here 10 years ago. I had curled with the Edmonton Blind Curling Club prior to that because that's where I lived for 35 years.
Fraser on the ice releasing a rock as well as him lining up a rock for another curler.
Did you curl before you lost your sight?
Yes, I did curl. I started in Mount Allison University. It seemed like a fun thing to try, and I tried it with a buddy that said, come on, let's join the Sackville Curling Club. And it got me. It was fun. I could see then.
As you were losing your vision gradually, were you a little bit more apprehensive about going out onto the ice and curling?
Apprehensive about curling, Corey, yes. I thought I couldn't curl again. I was in a bad place as to my life has ended, I can't do anything. I soon discovered with some really good advice, counseling, your life is going to be just as full as you want it to be. It's just going to be different. After I turned my attitude around and somebody invited me into the Edmonton Blind Curling Club, I've never looked back, and it's the luckiest thing that ever happened to me. It's a wonderful sport. It adapts well to low vision and no vision.
Transition to shot of female curler in the hack at the Granite. Title with name appears.
Natalie Morin is the skip of the gold medal national champion rink from Edmonton.
Wide shot of Corey interviewing Natalie. Cut to a head and shoulders shot of Natalie as she speaks.
I've been legally blind my entire life. I was born with congenital cataracts, so this is something that I've had all my life, so I don't know any different.
How long have you been curling with the group?
Oh boy, a long time. I'd come out and hang out with my dad when I was just little. So probably 7 years old, I started coming out here and pushing rocks.
Transition to shot of female curler in the hack at the Granite. Title with name appears.
Carrie Anton, who herself is an athlete with low vision, was a designated sweeper for Team Alberta at the Canadian Vision Impaired Curling Championship.
Wide shot of Corey interviewing Carrie. Cut to a head and shoulders shot of Carrie as she speaks.
I was premature at birth and had some damage that happened to the retina in the incubator, so I've been visually impaired since birth. I'm pretty used to it. To me, this is my normal, to have a 2800 or 2400 vision. Pretty limited.
Carrie on the ice, followed by a shot of her releasing a rock.
How long have you been curling with the group?
I was trying to do the math on that, and I think it's since 2018, 2019.
Back to alternating questions with curlers. Brief video segments of them participating on ice under audio. Back to Monica.
What do you enjoy the most about coming out to curl?
Getting out and being the camaraderie, being with the friends, being able to compete in a sport that I can, more or less do. But it's being with friends. It's being with a group of people that all have the same challenges that I have, and the understanding and the fellowship there.
Back to Steve.
I find it a fun sport. I'm not very athletic to play a lot of other sports, but this is a sport that I am able to play and play decently, so it gives me something to do, and gives me some exercise as well. So.
Back to Fraser.
How important is it to you to be a part of a curling group of individuals with limited or no vision?
I look forward to it every week. It's 22 dates throughout the winter that I look forward to. It's a great way to get through the winter. Just a wonderful sense of gathering, coming together, doing something together that we all enjoy.
Back to Carrie.
I would compare being in a league with people who have sight loss like myself, normalcy. We're normalizing sport and activity, and we're just people living our lives, and we don't make being here or playing curling about vision loss or sight loss. We're just curlers, and that's what I enjoy about it, and that's what I want people to know and to see, is that we're just doing our lives, and it involves curling.
Back to Henry.
I enjoy curling now that I was introduced to the sport, and I was introduced to it through the blind curling, and that's my base. That's who I play with, that's who I work with, that's who I enjoy. So working with them is just a real privilege, and I enjoy seeing new people come in, trying it, and helping them to try and find a way so they too can come back and enjoy it every week.
Back to Natalie.
I think it's fantastic. We can share ideas, both curling related and other, because what works for everybody on the ice as well as off the ice doesn't always work for the next guy. So you can compare some wonderful notes on sort of some life hacks, some curling hacks, and you just meet a bunch of wonderful people in the process.
Monica.
So what sort of modifications to the game do you use to help support your game?
So I can't see anything, so I have audible cues.
The coach guide lining up Monica, who then delivers and makes the shot.
My coach stands in front of me, and she makes sure that I'm sitting, or I'm straight in the hack, and she lines up my stones, so whether or not it's to the left or to the right of the center line, and then she says, to me, to me, to me, and I aim towards her. Generally it works.
Lori. The skip, tapping the broom on the ice in front of Lori, who then releases the rock based on an audio cue.
I have the skip usually, or a team member tap the broom on the center line in front of me. They tell me what kind of turn they want, and it's up to me to find the weight.
Fraser.
I curl at light as an adaptation so that I can play this game. I used to be able to see the light that is affixed to a broom at the far end of the ice. That was in my Edmonton days. It started to dwindle as I told you, with the progression of XY cone dystrophy as it's gradually going. So now I need the light to be at the near hog line, aiming at the light at that point.
Fraser in the hack sliding out to a broom placed on the near hog line.
And that adaptation is a little tricky because the angles, you have to get the angles right. If you're off by an inch on the near hog line, it could be 2 feet down at the other end. So just something that you have to be aware of.
Carrie.
Now, I know you've been involved in a number of other sports. Tell us about some of those.
Photos appear of Carrie wearing her gold ball medal, holding a bouquet of flowers, followed by some other photos of Carrie participating in the other sports she mentions.
Some of my other sport experiences varied. Probably the highlight for me is in competitive sport. I'm a Paralympic gold medalist from the Sydney Summer Paralympic Games in the sport of goalball. And that was a sport that I found when I was 19 years old, and I played it for 20 years. And then since then I've played recreationally many other sports like dragon boat racing, curling, blind ice hockey. I still play to this day, just trying to be active and stay fit.
Monica, a photo appears of the dragon boat team on the water next to Vancouver Science World.
I dragon boat in the summertime. I belong to BC Blind Sports has a team, and our team is called EX Sighted, and we compete as well.
Natalie Curling.
How often do you curl?
This year, 3 times a week. So both blind curling here on Saturdays at the Granite and a couple of sighted leagues.
Steve Curling.
This year I'm curling twice a week. So I'm curling in this league, the blind curling league, and then I'm curling in a regular league at the club here as well on Friday nights. So.
Tell us about curling in a regular league. What do you sense the feeling is from your opponents when they realize they're playing a group of individuals from the blind league?
I'm playing with most of the team from our national team, and they've been curling that league for years already. So most of the people in the league already know that we are visually impaired. So it's not a new thing for them. But a lot of them are fairly impressed with how well we're able to curl and curl against them, given that we have some limitations, and nobody ever has any issues with us, using the lights or putting the broom in different spots or whatever. They're really good with, if we need to measure rocks and whatever, they're all pretty good with being able to work with us and that. So. But they all seem to be very impressed with how well we play as well, so that's good.
Fraser.
It's quite important to curl in another league because I try to teach them how I can play the game. Some of them get it, some don't, but you just have to be patient and humble, because telling people that are trying to help you but are getting it wrong is a delicate subject, but it's just good. I just feel like I'm like a low vision ambassador for the game.
Roger. Curlers on the ice.
How important to you is it that outside of the slight modifications, like holding the broom a little bit closer, but beyond that the game is the exact same game as other curlers?
Yes, we try to keep it as close to regular curling as we possibly can, and that makes it a lot more enjoyable for everybody. If we can do it the same or close to the same as possible as regular curlers.
Henry. Shots of public transit.
How do you get to the rink?
For getting to the rink here in Vancouver, it takes me 2.5 hours. I take transit, I take bus, SkyTrain, and a bus, and then walking. And so Wednesday curling starts at 9 in the morning, and I get home at about 4:45.
Lori.
How important is it to you to be a part of a team sport?
Curlers chatting on backboard as well as participants curling.
I think probably more important than anything, because you're part of a group. You try harder to be as good as everyone else, and you can still challenge yourself. It's just more fun doing it with other people and having them encourage you.
Monica. Curlers chatting on backboard, followed by the group enjoying some food and beverage in the upstairs lounge.
How important is the social interaction of the group?
That's great. That's the important thing. It is the camaraderie and the fellowship and the support that we give each other, and we cheer each other on. And hey, some days are good days and some days are worse. So it's fun to get out and do something physical and just meet up with people that you know.
Carrie. Curlers on ice chatting and curling.
The social component that is with this league, but also curling gets critiqued for sometimes, is it's just a social thing, but it's really a strategic sport. And it also takes some physical ability, but the social aspect is what keeps people connected in community. Research shows that people need to have mastery of something, they need to feel belonging, they need to feel connection and community, and that's what makes them stay in sport, and that's exactly what this curling league does for others and for me.
Fraser. Curlers on the ice, as well as more footage of participants enjoying a group lunch.
Curling is always known as a very social sport. You can try your best to beat your opponent, and then you can go and sip a beverage and enjoy each other's company afterwards. It's a wonderful sport for that.
Natalie. Photos appear of the curlers at the CVICC wind-up banquet in Sydney, Nova Scotia in 2025, followed by Natalie holding a box of decorative cupcakes at CVICC 2026.
That's probably one of the most amazing parts of this. Like I said, I've had lifelong friendships, people that I've grown up with. Through the sport of curling, people that I've been, friends with and known my entire life. And that's, not many people can say that through anything else.
Henry.
Do you consider yourself to be a competitive curler?
I'm competitive when I want to be.
Henry Curling.
When we have a team that goes to a bonspiel, then I'm competitive. But still, the most important is to have fun and enjoy it. But I try my best and we try to win. So am I competitive? I'd say yes.
Transition to video of Lori curling. Lori.
I am definitely a competitive curler.
Vancouver Group Curling. Fraser.
Something to strive for, something to give you motivation to do it. But I also love the casual game that we play at the Vancouver Blind Curling Club, where you really enjoy just doing something together, and we're all challenged in some way, and in a similar way, and that's just a wonderful feeling.
Natalie.
Yeah, yeah, probably too much some days.
Video of Monica. Lori. Fraser. Roger and Henry participating at the 2026 CVICC event in Edmonton, Alberta is shown over their next responses. Monica.
Have you been to any interprovincial or national events?
Yes, and that's a great experience too. I've been to provincials and to westerns, and I've been to the nationals. I was really fortunate. Vancouver was invited to Ottawa in 2019, and I went to the nationals there. That was my first experience. And then last year we were in Edmonton, or this year I guess, in Edmonton.
Photo of silver medal BC team at CVICC 2026 appears.
And we got the silver medal, which was, oh wow, that was a great experience. What a feeling, it was really good.
Lori.
Because I have a competitive nature, those are truly important. They're not the be-all and end-all, but you get some travel out of that. You get to meet people from different parts of the country. You get to help people out a little bit. You get to learn a lot.
Fraser.
I look forward to the opportunity to try to qualify for those. And isn't it great that we have them out there? And thanks to CCB, yourself, sponsoring a national event. Isn't that a wonderful thing to have as an aspiration to try to work towards? The provincials, the Western Blind Curling Association, Westerns, they're just wonderful to have as a goal to try to participate in.
Roger.
Yeah, I've been to, I guess, just about almost every Western that's been held. I missed a couple, I think, and I've been since the very first national that was held. I was involved in that one, but it was just the camaraderie and the competition and those events that's the most interesting.
Henry.
That's been a lot of fun. I have been very fortunate to be able to play in the provincial games, and I've played in a Western bonspiel, and then we even made it to the nationals, which was a very special privilege, probably the only time I've done it in my life. So it was really an event that was something I never expected, but very fortunate to be able to participate.
Carrie.
What has been the highlight of your curling career?
The highlight of my curling career was definitely with Skip Natalie Moran winning nationals this year.
Video of CVICC 2026 banner hanging on the wall at the Granite, featuring team member names, followed by a photo of the team, including Mookie wearing gold medals at the event banquet, followed by photos of the trophy and winning team on the ice.
That just fed all of my driving needs for competition, accomplishment, camaraderie, and just excellence in sport. And so that is the highlight of my sport life for the past 20 years, yeah.
Fraser.
Probably the highlight in the competition side was winning the national out in Sydney, Nova Scotia.
Video of him participating at the 2025 CVICC event in Sydney, Nova Scotia, followed by a photo of the event banner and a photo of Team BC with trophy and gold medals at the event wind-up banquet. Then reverting to 2026 CVICC footage from Edmonton.
I'm from Nova Scotia. I got to visit my mom on the way back home after we won for BC, we won the nationals. That was a proud moment. This year we got silver. We overachieved. I was very proud of our team. We did very, very well. We came together, and it was good fun too. To achieve that was a wonderful feeling.
Natalie.
Boy, that's a good one. Probably just this past February, being able to win a national at my home club.
Natalie delivering a rock at CVICC 2026.
With my dad, and some of my best friends, Lori, obviously my partner Mandy, and that's great. We had some new involvement from Steve. Carrie Anton's been a wonderful addition, so that's probably number one.
Lori.
What part of belonging to this league is the most important to you?
Lori and curlers on ice.
The camaraderie. It's the friends you make and just the laughs we have. We have a really close-knit group here. We all have lots of fun.
Fraser.
I love the sport, so that's got to be number one. Second, and very close to it, is the people.
Video of Fraser assisting other curlers.
We all support each other. We help each other out. We feel supported, and we feel a genuine friendship around a common sport that we all love.
Roger.
I think it's a camaraderie.
Roger and curlers in Club Lounge in Edmonton, followed by a shot of the curlers and spectators at the Sydney, Nova Scotia Curling Club.
The friends that you make along the way, the competition.
Monica.
It's so good that we have this opportunity, that there are organizations that bring people together that have the same challenges.
Monica delivers a rock at VCC, followed by shots of other curlers.
Because we all know what challenges we have, and we support one another, and the coaches are awesome, and the volunteers, they're just wonderful. It's a really great organization, and it's so important to have these opportunities so that people that have physical challenges or vision impaired challenges have some place to go and try out the sport that is available.
Now you travel with a guide dog. Tell us about your guide dog.
Video of Monica and Harley leaving the rink, followed by footage of Harley and two of his friends relaxing while their handlers curled.
Oh, he loves coming here too. His name is Harley, and he loves Wednesday mornings. When on Tuesday night when I pack up my backpack, he knows that the next day is a curling day, and he's happy to come here. There's probably 3 or 4 other guide dogs that come, and they sit in the lounge, and they get to have a doggy day visit as well. So he enjoys coming here, and he knows the way, and yeah.
Lori.
Lori, tell us about your guide dog.
Mookie is my 10th German Shepherd.
Mookie resting under the table during the interview, followed by footage of Lori curling.
I got him last July, and this year is his first experience with curling, and I have to say he's done rather well. He's not always this calm.
If there's somebody watching with limited or no vision and that might be a little reluctant to come out and give curling a try, what would be your message to them?
Just come out and try it. You'd be surprised how much fun you'll have and how much you can learn, and that the game is a strategic game. People will explain to you what's going on in the game. Before you know it, you'll be captivated.
Monica. Video of Monica delivering a rock.
I would say, come and try it. That's how I tried it. My friends were there and they said, oh, come try it. It's great, it's fun. And it's better than, when you're going through a challenge and you go through the depression stage, oh, I can't do anything, I can't do it. It's fun, it's not dangerous, it's probably one of the safer sports that you can do, and you have the support of others all around you. Nobody is going to be criticizing or critical. It's just come out, try it, have fun, enjoy it.
Fraser.
I love to see a smile on somebody's face when they make a great shot.
More footage of Fraser assisting other curlers.
I love to see a smile on somebody's face when they tried their first shot, their first rock, and that just gives me a lot of great joy. To see somebody enjoy something that I enjoy so much and have more people enjoy it, it's a good feeling.
Natalie Curling.
Now, you being the president of the Edmonton Blind Curling Club, what keeps you motivated to keep doing that year after year and week after week?
I think just being able to get people out. You know, those of us that like to curl competitively gives us the opportunity to do that. And then there's a lot of folks that just like getting out and socializing. It keeps curling affordable. You know, we want to make sure that everybody, you know, can participate. So we you know, do whatever we can to give everybody the opportunity to come out and play.
Fraser.
Your involvement at the Vancouver Curling Club is at a rink where history was made in 2010 via the Winter Olympics. Does that mean anything to you?
Oh, it's a real pride.
Video of plaques and banners at VCC as well as club logo on ice.
I'm proud of this facility, and I think we're one of the best curling clubs in Canada. I haven't been to them all, but I'm very proud of this facility, and I'm so lucky to be able to come and participate in curling here.
Natalie.
You folks have a wonderful relationship here with this home rink, the Edmonton Blind Curling Club and the Granite Curling Club. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, these are amazing people.
Shot of Granite logo and various club banners. The Western Blind Curling Championship 50+ ice logo is also shown.
You know, we have curled here as long as I can remember. You know, they're just wonderful people, both from management right down to board members. We had a bunch of them that were volunteering here at the National, took time out of their work lives, their personal lives. They're super interested in what we do and they want us to succeed. They volunteer at different fundraisers that we have. So it's just it's a really, really fantastic relationship. It's like home here.
Monica.
Is there anything else you wanted to say about your involvement with the blind curlers?
It's great organization, and I'm grateful that whoever started it, and I really love it, and I look forward to the season.
Natalie.
I would love to see blind curling hit the Paralympic level. I'm not sure what exactly, you know, we have to do that, but anything that I can do to try and get, you know, some attention in other parts of the country, I'd love to see that happen one day.
Transition to shot of female curler in the hack at the Granite. Name and title appear.
Mandy Collins is the fully sighted coach guide from the Alberta rink.
Wide shot of Corey interviewing Mandy, head and shoulder shot of Mandy as she speaks.
How long have you been involved with the Edmonton Blind Curling Club?
The Edmonton Blind Curling Club has been in my life since 2006.
Video of Mandy sweeping and coaching.
What gives you the most satisfaction about coming out to this group week after week, year after year?
The smiles, the absolute smiles. We make sure that we involve all the players, letting them know where the rock goes, involved of where the rock placement is in the house, and it just keeps people involved. And that involvement makes them happy, which in turn makes me happy.
CVICC 2020 team banner displaying names of winning curlers is shown hanging at the Granite, followed by footage of the team just after winning the 2026 CVICC event.
You recently won the gold medal at the Vision Impaired Curling Championship. Tell us about that.
Yes, for the second time, not in a row, but the second time. Natalie Morin, our skip, had the best tournament I have ever seen her play. She kept saying every game, I'm going to have a bad one. Hope this is not it. And she didn't. It was awesome.
Transition to male curler standing in the hack at the Granite. Name and title appear.
Ron Banks is a sighted volunteer and curler who has volunteered with the Edmonton Blind Curling Club for many years.
Wide shot of Corey interviewing Ron, head and shoulders shot of Ron as he speaks.
Ron, tell us, how long have you been involved with the Edmonton Blind Curling Club?
It's been 11 years.
And you are one of the sighted volunteers who come out regularly. Were you a bit apprehensive when you joined about coming out to help and support the blind?
No, I wasn't. I'd curled with a blind curler and his guide in another fun league, and they were pretty cool. So I thought I'd come out, and came for the day here once, and I thought, oh, this is great. And I love curling, and if I can help the blind curl and enjoy it as much as I do, I mean, that's my goal.
Video of Ron on ice with the group.
What gives you the most satisfaction about your involvement with this group?
It's not just one thing. It's a tight group. It's a small group. We have we can have 5 teams, so one gets a bye every week. But as far as satisfaction goes, it's just whatever I can do to help out, to make it enjoyable, to help a new curler maybe learn the ropes and keep my eyes open for leads as they go down the sheets and stuff, and so they're out of harm's way and stuff like that. So it's sort of all encompassing. There's not just one thing that really I get satisfaction from.
Video shows curling rocks lined up at the Granite, switches to photo of 2 CVICC event banners, then footage from Sydney, Nova Scotia in 2025 of Yvonne umpiring, followed by head and shoulders of Yvonne as he speaks via a Zoom call. Title and name appear.
Yvonne Lefort, a fully sighted individual, has been involved with the blind curlers in Nova Scotia for many years. At the 2 most recent National Blind Curling Championships, Yvonne has volunteered as the event's umpire. We caught up to Yvonne at his home in Sydney.
Well, I think what I like about the sport of curling is how inclusive it is for all sorts of people. So you have young people, you have old people, you have people that play very competitively, you have people that just want to play very recreational curling, and you have people that are very, very fit and they're athletes. You have other people that may not have the same flexibility, so they use the stick. So it's really accommodating. And then with the visually impaired team, now we've seen another dimension. And then recently in Sydney, we've started the wheelchair curling team as well.
Video of curlers participating, followed by photo of a curler in a wheelchair.
You've now umpired the last 2 National Blind Curling Playdowns. Your impressions of those events?
Well, actually, that was a very interesting opportunity for me. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and it was very, very fulfilling as a volunteer umpire. I absolutely loved doing it again because the group is so appreciative of everything that you do for them, which is wonderful.
Transition to Corey standing on the ice with broom in hand at the Granite.
We hope you've enjoyed this brief presentation of the sport of blind curling and meeting several of the participating athletes. It's a prime example where an individual's disability is clearly overshadowed by the desire to participate in an inclusive environment. It's a clear demonstration that the ability supersedes the disability. We encourage you to support a blind curling program in your area, and if you are an individual living with no or low vision and would like to give curling a try, please contact the Canadian Council of the Blind or a blind sports organization in your province, and they'd be happy to refer you to a group in your area. And if perchance there isn't one already, they can provide you with the support required to get one established. From the Granite Curling Club in Edmonton, thanks for watching.
Camera pans right to reveal shot of ice surface at the Granite, turns into out of focus shot, credits appear. Producer, Heather Walkus. Director and interviewer, Corey Stuvey. Videography, Eric Nettel. Writer, Corey Stuvey. Editing, Eric Nettel. Alberta Curlers, Carrie Anton, Mandy Collins, Laurie Heisert, Roger Morin, Natalie Morin, Steve Vandereems, and Ron Banks. Vancouver Curlers, Fraser Hiltz, Monica Nelson, and Henry Viss. Umpire, Yvonne Lefort. Photographs courtesy of Carrie Anton and Corey Stuvey. Team graphics and championship footage courtesy of Canadian Council of the Blind. CVICC 2025 video courtesy of Sebastian Lafort. CVICC 2026 video courtesy of Tim Burton. Thank you to the Vancouver Curling Club and Granite Curling Club. Copyright 2026, Council of Canadians with Disabilities. All rights reserved. End of feature. Fade to black.